Hey guys, and welcome back to Misha's Corner. So today I'm going to be making the ultimate mac and cheese recipe my way. So let's get into it. We're going to get into some things. I have more than a few. I think I probably have 12 or 13 variations on my channel, and I'm going to list them all below. If you don't like this one, you could try that one. You don't like that one, you got options is what I'm saying. Yeah, let's get into the recipe, guys. Alright, so these are my ingredients. I got my elbow noodles, some sour cream, sharp cheddar cheese, Muenster, pepper jack, and fresh mozzarella. I have my milk, my eggs, my butter, my spices. I'm going to use my own spice, salt and pepper, and some garlic right down there. And I'm going to, grate the garlic down in there. So first I'm going to start by shredding my cheese. Y'all, in the middle of this, I was like, oh my God, I should have whipped out my food processor and shred this cheese, because after a while, this grater tore my arm up. My arm was so tired by the time I was done, but it was definitely worth it. If you prefer the bagged cheese, you could go ahead and use it, but I strongly suggest getting fresh cheese and shredding it yourself. Is much better. So now we're going to move on to making the milk mixture. So in this bowl, I'm going to mix my eggs. I'm going to start grating my garlic just like this, and the garlic is going to add a nice subtle note to your mac and cheese. You definitely are going to taste it, but not like a strong flavor, just a delicious flavor. Alright, so to season this up, I'm going to use my spicy girl. I'll put a substitute if you don't have my spice. However, if you want to order it, you can visit my website and the link will be below. I'm also going to add some salt. Now, the salt I always measure. I'm going to put about a teaspoon. A teaspoon is always enough for me. Some people like it more salt, but I suggest only a teaspoon for this recipe. I also added my pepper, and now you're going to mix. And I mix this part first because I really want to beat the garlic down into the eggs and get it nice and incorporated. Next, you're going to add the milk down in here. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box. Please don't come to dragging me. Read the description box before you guys ask questions, because everything will be there, including all links and any questions you may have. So I looked at my mixture and I realized, you know what, it's not pretty enough, and I wanted more seasoning. So I added more spicy girl and more black pepper, and then I was good to go. I was satisfied. To this big old pot of chicken stock, I'm going to boil my noodles in here. I chose to do this because I wanted to impart more flavor. But if you don't have it, you want to use water, just make sure you salt your water. You have to salt your water to boil your noodles to add some flavor to it. And this is seasoned chicken stock, as in it has salt in it. Next, I'm going to strain it, and then I'm going to transfer it to a big old bowl. Alright, so I'm going to transfer my cooked noodles. I cooked these noodles for 6 minutes because that's the directions for al dente on my box. But if your box say 10 to 12 minutes, do not cook your noodles for 10 to 12 minutes. Cook it for 6 minutes. So I'm going to add some butter to my noodles just like this and mix it up to get it nice and melted all over your noodles. I'm going to take a big old giant dollop of sour cream and add it right down in here. It's about a half a cup, but I was just being dramatic as usual. And you want to mix that up just like this. And then I'm going to start adding some cheese, but this looks good already. Also, when I tasted this, it was spot on in flavor. You don't need salt, you guys. Don't over salt your mac and cheese. It's a lot of cheese going in here. I'm going to add about a cup of the Muenster mixed with the pepper jack and a cup and a half of the sharp cheddar. And you just want to mix this up just like this, and it was just good to go, and it smells so good. So I'm going to mix that up, and now we're going to build it. To this grease pan, I'm going to add half of my noodle mixture just like this and spread it out on the bottom of the pan. Once I spread it out on the bottom of the pan, I'm going to add some more cheese because we're going to layer this mac and cheese, just 2 layers. You want to spread the cheese all over, and I didn't forget about my fresh mozzarella. Of course, I can't shred this or cut it like that, so I'm just gonna break it apart down in here just like this. And it's pretty much not even a measurement thing to this, you guys. Like, you can use your eyes and tell when it's enough cheese, but again, everything will be listed down below, you know. So next, I'm going to pour the milk mixture that we prepared all over just like this, and just repeat the process. Honestly, you guys, this method was the most effective to me in getting all the noodles covered in cheese as far as this recipe is concerned. Because, you know, sometimes the southern baked macaroni and cheese, not all the noodles have cheese. And I feel like this was very effective, and I really, really like this recipe. So I highly recommend it. You know, you guys know I tell you the truth all the time, all day. But again, below is going to be many options if you don't like this one. So I'm going to finish the top of this off with some spicy girl. I'm going to pop it into a 350 oven for 45 minutes. People don't like eggs in their macaroni and cheese, but everybody don't like the loose and runny macaroni and cheese. But that's how I'm making it today. If the more solid mac and cheese is not your speed, then of course, like I said, I have like 12 or 13 recipes of mac and cheese. If you don't like this one, you can check one of those out. Totally fine. But I loved it. I'm about to pull it out the oven, and I'm about to show it to you guys, and I'm also about to taste it. Ooh, yes, this is how it looks, you guys. It turned out perfect, and now I'm going to taste it and let you guys see what it looks like and my opinion on it. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Ooh. Let's see if we could get some kind of action. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh. I shouldn't be eating this. It's perfect. When I tell you perfectly seasoned, I love mac and cheese this way because, I mean, when it's creamy and runny, that's cool too, but I love it this way. Ooh. If I taste something and I don't like the consistency or the flavor of it, I'm gonna upload it, but I'm also gonna tell you the truth. If you like the firm mac and cheese, not the runny, soupy, creamy ones, if you like this one, sometimes this is the perfect mac and cheese. The flavor is spot on. It's not over salted. A teaspoon of salt always works for me, because especially when you boil the macaroni in chicken broth, which is what I did. You know, you added all that flavor in the beginning, so you don't need to reseason. A teaspoon of salt is always spot on for me. It's always spot on when I use the chicken broth or stock. Now, if you use water, you clearly are going to need more salt, because you need to salt that water, you need to salt your milk mixture. So, but I think this way is foolproof. You can't mess it up. There's not a way to mess this up. And I love it. It's delicious, you guys. Can't. Look at this. And it's so cheesy. The cheese is all throughout. Every noodle has cheese. Ah. Ooh, hot. Thank y'all for watching. Bye, y'all.